Now, you're so passionate about this, you have gone on to create a model, your developmental core values theory. Talk about it and then how it helps could help parents understand their children's development a little differently.
Well, I started thinking about when I started doing my work around core values, I started thinking about how that values show up. You learn your values very early, you establish them at a very early age. And then I started thinking about how they show up in different stages of your life, the same value. Like, for
Mm-hmm.
example, and I looked at the value of freedom. And I'm like, okay, freedom to me when I was, in my early stages, in my establishment stage, meant me, being able to go outside or something when I wanted to go outside. But as when I became a teenager, it meant being able to make the decisions about what clothes I wore, what my curfew was. I was challenging the status quo. It was the same value, but it was showing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to me to recognize that as a parent because it helps you to frame the conversation that you're going to have with your child. And you realize that even when they know better, they don't always do better because they're challenging things because they're at a different stage and a different point in their life and in their
Mm-hmm.
developmental cycle. So instead of me, instead of a parent chastising their child about something that they didn't do that was out of alignment with what you thought their value should be, you model it. You ask questions about why did you do that? Why did you think that was the
Mm-hmm.
appropriate behavior or the appropriate response for you in this particular situation? And it reframes the conversation that you have with your child. Instead of you scolding them or instead of you punishing them, you're trying to understand what made them do what they did. It could be peer pressure. It could be because they were experimenting, because we experiment at certain stages in our developmental cycle as well. And so,
Mm-hmm.
knowing what stage that your child is in their developmental cycle will really help you decide how that value, good or bad, is playing out in their lives and what you're looking at in terms of behavior.